Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the potential dramatic events unfolding at the upcoming Nurses' Ball and how they might impact several Port Charles residents, particularly Drew Cain, whose actions have been raising eyebrows across town. The Nurses' Ball, a stage for dramatic revelations. The annual Nurses' Ball, Port Charles's most glamorous charity event, is rapidly approaching with its official kickoff scheduled for May 20th. This beloved tradition, spearheaded by the ever-enthusiastic Lucy Coe, promises to be as spectacular as previous years, perhaps even more so with the addition of unexpected drama that seems to be brewing beneath the surface. Lucy has been working tirelessly to ensure this year's ball exceeds all expectations. Her dedication to making this charitable event shine has led her to recruit additional help, including Police Commissioner Jordan Ashford, whose organizational skills and connections have proven invaluable in securing talent for the performances. In a particularly clever maneuver, Jordan approached Curtis Ashford and Drew Cain simultaneously about performing, creating a situation where Curtis felt compelled to participate once Drew agreed. This strategic recruitment has inadvertently set the stage for what could become one of the most memorable and potentially disastrous Nurses' Balls in recent history. Drew's mounting secrets and potential downfall. Drew Cain has been walking a dangerous path lately, accumulating secrets and enemies at an alarming rate. His behavior has grown increasingly questionable, leading many Port Charles residents to wonder when, not if, his house of cards will come tumbling down. The clandestine relationship between Drew and Nina Reeves remains one of his most explosive secrets. This past fling, if revealed during the high-profile Nurses' Ball, could send shockwaves through Port Charles society and potentially destroy multiple relationships in its wake. The public nature of the ball, with its media coverage and attendance by nearly everyone of note in town, creates the perfect storm for maximum impact should this or any of Drew's other indiscretions come to light. Drew's hubris has reached concerning levels as he continues to operate as though he's untouchable. This overconfidence might be setting him up for a spectacular fall, possibly orchestrated by one of his growing list of adversaries. The possibility of Drew finding himself in legal jeopardy cannot be discounted, especially given his past brushes with the law and current questionable activities. Potential scenarios for Drew's comeuppance. The Nurses' Ball has historically been a venue for unexpected twists and dramatic revelations. For Drew, this could manifest in several ways, each more devastating than the last. One possibility involves a physical confrontation or incident resulting in Drew being discovered injured backstage during the festivities. The chaos and activities surrounding such a large-scale event provide ample opportunity for someone with a grudge to act without immediate detection. Alternatively, Drew might face public humiliation through an orchestrated exposure of his secrets. Imagine the collective gasps from the audience as evidence of his affair with Nina or other transgressions is dramatically revealed, perhaps during a performance or award presentation. Such a scenario would align perfectly with the theatrical nature of the Nurses' Ball itself. The most severe outcome could involve law enforcement intervention. Given Drew's history and current activities, it's not inconceivable that he could find himself in handcuffs before the final curtain falls on this year's event. This would be particularly ironic considering his current confidence and plans for the future. Willow Corinthos and Drew's delusional future plans. Despite the storm clouds gathering on his horizon, Drew continues to craft elaborate fantasies about his future with Willow Corinthos. His conviction that they will build a happy life together demonstrates just how disconnected he has become from reality. These dreams stand in stark contrast to the precarious position in which Drew has placed himself. His inability to recognize the consequences of his actions speaks to a level of self-deception that can only end in heartbreak and disappointment. When Drew's bubble finally bursts, potentially during the high-profile Nurses' Ball, the fall will likely be proportional to the height of his delusions. The greater his expectations for a future with Willow, the more devastating the inevitable reality check will be. Lucy's vision versus Nurses' Ball reality. Lucy Coe approaches each Nurses' Ball with boundless optimism and meticulous planning, yet history has consistently shown that unexpected complications are as much a tradition as the red carpet arrivals. This year appears to be following that well-established pattern. Lucy's recruitment of Drew as a performer may ultimately prove to be an unfortunate decision. While securing his participation initially seemed like a coup for the event, it might instead introduce an element of chaos that even Lucy's considerable crisis management skills cannot contain. The contrast between Lucy's vision of perfection and the messy reality that typically unfolds creates a tension that has become part of the nurses' ball's charm. This year, with Drew's potential downfall looming, that disparity may be more pronounced than ever. The countdown to May 20th. As May 20th approaches, the preparations for the nurses' ball intensify, as do the machinations of those who might be planning Drew's comeuppance. The convergence of these elements creates a pressure cooker situation where something must eventually give. Drew's decision to participate in the nurses' ball may indeed become his greatest regret. Whether through public disgrace, physical harm, legal consequences, or some combination thereof, the signs point to this year's charitable event becoming the backdrop for a significant turning point in Drew Kane's story. The stage is set, the players are in position, and Port Charles awaits what promises to be a nurses' ball unlike any other, one where charity, entertainment, and long-awaited justice may all share the spotlight. Next, we will learn about the intense drama unfolding between several key characters that could reshape the power dynamics in Port Charles. The stakes have never been higher as blackmail, family loyalty, and custody battles collide in spectacular fashion. Ava Jerome appears poised to regain her power position in Port Charles through some clever manipulation. After discovering damning evidence that could destroy the Corinthos family, she's preparing to leverage this information to rebuild her fortune and secure her parental rights. The once struggling mother is about to turn the tables in dramatic fashion, proving once again why she remains one of Port Charles's most formidable residents. When Ava approached Sonny Corinthos seeking $2 million, what should have been a straightforward financial discussion quickly deteriorated into a heated custody battle over their daughter Avery. Sonny, maintaining his characteristic controlling stance, attempted to reduce Ava's visitation time with Avery, which only intensified their already contentious relationship. This confrontation left Ava feeling cornered and desperate for leverage against her powerful ex. The opportunity for revenge presented itself unexpectedly when Rick Lansing regained consciousness following his mysterious car accident. His recollection of events directly contradicted the carefully constructed alibi Christina Corinthos Davis had provided to her sister Molly. While Christina claimed to have been working in the stockroom all evening, Rick distinctly remembered seeing her at the crash site, a discrepancy that raised immediate red flags. Suspicious about the circumstances surrounding Rick's accident, Ava conducted her own investigation at the local mechanic's shop. What she discovered confirmed her growing suspicions. Rick's brakes hadn't failed naturally, they had been deliberately sabotaged. This revelation transformed a simple car accident into something far more sinister: attempted murder. The pieces began falling into place when Ava and Rick compared notes about the incident. Their conversation led to a startling conclusion. Christina had likely intended to harm Ava by tampering with her brakes, but mistakenly sabotaged Rick's vehicle instead, as he had parked in Ava's usual spot. This case of mistaken identity nearly cost Rick his life and has now given Ava the perfect ammunition for blackmail. Rick, still recovering from his injuries, seems willing to let Ava use this information to her advantage. His complicated relationship with Christina, combined with his desire to protect Molly from further emotional distress, makes him an unlikely but convenient ally in Ava's scheme. By allowing Ava to handle the situation, Rick can achieve retribution against Christina without directly hurting his daughter Molly, who has already endured significant trauma. Financial struggles have plagued Ava recently, leaving the once wealthy woman desperate for resources. This newfound leverage against Christina and, by extension, Sonny, represents more than just an opportunity for financial gain. It's a chance to reclaim her dignity and authority in matters concerning her daughter Avery. Ava is tired of Sunny dictating the terms of their co-parenting arrangement and sees this as her opportunity to permanently shift the power dynamic. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Ava will soon make bold predictions about getting everything she desires, suggesting her confidence in the strength of her position. The blackmail scheme appears poised for success, with Christina eventually making an emotional appeal to her father Sunny, likely begging him to comply with Ava's demands to protect her from potential imprisonment. The stakes couldn't be higher for Christina, who has only recently repaired her fractured relationship with her sister Molly. The revelation that she attempted to harm Ava but accidentally endangered Molly's father instead would devastate this newly healed sisterly bond. Christina faces an impossible choice: watch her father surrender to Ava's demands or risk losing both her freedom and her sister's love. Sonny Corinthos, accustomed to maintaining control in Port Charles, now finds himself in the unusual position of vulnerability. His daughter's actions have inadvertently given his enemy significant leverage, forcing the powerful mob boss to consider compromising on both financial and custody matters. This rare moment of powerlessness will test Sonny's priorities, his pride or his daughter's well-being. As this dramatic storyline unfolds, viewers can expect intense confrontations, emotional pleas, and potentially life-altering decisions from all involved parties. The repercussions of Christina's failed attempt on Ava's life will ripple through Port Charles, affecting not just the immediate families involved but potentially the entire power structure of the community. Will Sonny surrender to Ava's demands to protect Christina? Can Rick maintain his silence about Christina's involvement for Molly's sake? And most importantly, will Ava finally achieve the financial security and parental rights she's been fighting for? The coming episodes promise to deliver answers to these burning questions while setting the stage for even more dramatic developments in Port Charles. Next, we will learn about the troubling predictions surrounding one of Port Charles's most controversial residents. The rumor mill is churning with speculation about which female character might be the next to meet a tragic end, and the consensus among viewers is becoming increasingly clear. It goes without saying that General Hospital enthusiasts will need to stay vigilantly tuned to their screens daily to witness how this potential storyline unfolds. The writers have been known to throw unexpected curveballs, sometimes saving characters who seemed destined for doom while eliminating others who appeared secure in their positions. This unpredictability has kept viewers coming back for decades, creating a loyal fan base that remains invested in the fates of these fictional Port Charles residents. Whether Portia's storyline ends in tragedy or redemption remains to be seen, but the passionate reactions from viewers suggest that any development will generate significant discussion among the GH community. The online community has not held back their criticisms, with one particularly pointed comment highlighting the missed opportunities with Portia's character, Portia obviously. But her job, life, and general character should have so much better writing. It's such a wasted opportunity. Also, with so many realistic hospital dramas I watch, I expect way more attention to detail. This sentiment reflects a broader frustration among longtime viewers who appreciate the medical backdrop of the show and wish for more authentic portrayals of hospital life and medical procedures. Unlike other medical dramas that prioritize accuracy, General Hospital has sometimes sacrificed realism for dramatic effect, which some viewers find disappointing, especially when it comes to characters with Portia's professional background and potential. The dissatisfaction with Portia's character extends beyond just one viewer, as evidenced by another fan who expressed relief at finding solidarity in their opinion. "I'm glad I'm not the only one that would pick Portia. I really can't stand her or anything about her storylines." This comment reveals how the character has failed to connect with a significant portion of the audience, despite the actress's talents. When viewers collectively disengage from a character, it often signals to producers that a major change, whether through character redemption or elimination, might be necessary to maintain audience interest and satisfaction with the overall narrative direction of the show. Some viewers have even suggested creative, if somewhat extreme, exits for multiple characters they find problematic, with one fan proposing, Joss and Portia can get in an avalanche together and Felicia can be at the bottom of it, for her horrible advice. This imaginative scenario highlights how viewers sometimes fantasize about dramatic conclusions for characters they find frustrating. The inclusion of Joss and Felicia in this hypothetical disaster scenario indicates that Portia isn't the only character facing viewer criticism, though she appears to be receiving the brunt of the negative feedback in recent discussions. The mention of Felicia's horrible advice suggests viewers are equally frustrated with how certain characters influence others' decision-making processes on the show. While Portia tops the list of characters viewers wouldn't mind seeing exit, the online discussions have included comparisons to other characters who have managed to overcome similar audience dissatisfaction. One commenter noted, "It would have been Brooklyn a few years ago, but they have finally found a groove that suits her." This observation provides an interesting contrast, demonstrating how characters can be redeemed in viewers' eyes when writers find the right storylines and personality traits to emphasize. Brooklyn's character evolution offers a potential roadmap for how Portia might be salvaged if the writers choose to keep her in Port Charles rather than writing her out through a dramatic death scene. The successful rehabilitation of Brooklyn's character suggests that with thoughtful writing and character development, even the most disliked characters can find redemption. The criticism of Portia's character has been particularly harsh, with viewers expressing frustration over her inconsistent characterization and questionable decisions. One especially pointed comment read, "Portia. She's been destroyed as a character. I don't see how she can be redeemed. Personally, I would have told Drew to shove it and then asked him if he needed help to reach it." This scathing assessment highlights the specific storyline involving Drew that has further damaged Portia's standing with viewers. The comment suggests that Portia's lack of backbone in her interactions with Drew has been particularly grating for audience members who prefer characters with stronger moral compasses and self-respect. The colorful language used in this comment reflects the passionate disappointment many viewers feel when watching Portia's scenes, indicating that her current trajectory has alienated even viewers who might have previously supported the character. ABC General Hospital specs, Portia's days in this town might be numbered. This headline-style declaration within fan discussions encapsulates the prevailing sentiment among viewers. The use of specs, short for speculation, acknowledges that while no official announcement has been made regarding the character's fate, the writing appears to be on the wall based on storyline developments and viewer reception. The phrasing "days in this town might be numbered" employs classic soap opera terminology, recognizing Port Charles as a living, breathing community where characters come and go. This speculation has gained traction not just because of plot developments but because of the character's declining popularity, creating a perfect storm that often precedes a character's dramatic exit from the canvas. Then again, this is all just speculation at this point. The writers of General Hospital have been known to subvert expectations, sometimes keeping controversial characters around despite viewer backlash while unexpectedly writing out beloved ones. The soap opera landscape is notoriously unpredictable, with storylines sometimes changing direction based on actor availability, contract negotiations, or even audience reaction. While the current trajectory suggests Portia might be heading toward a dramatic conclusion, the creative team could just as easily pivot to a redemption arc if they believe the character still has untapped potential. Additionally, behind-the-scenes factors unknown to viewers often influence character fates more than storyline considerations alone. Not only that, but it seems like a lot of fans are just tired of the character altogether. The viewer fatigue extends beyond specific storylines to encompass Portia's overall presence on the show. When audience members reach this level of disinterest or active dislike for a character, it becomes increasingly difficult for writers to generate engagement with that character's storylines. This widespread viewer exhaustion with Portia represents a significant challenge for the creative team, who must either dramatically reinvent the character or consider writing her out in a way that serves the broader narrative. The collective sigh of frustration that seems to accompany Portia's appearances on screen suggests that whatever decision is made about her future, it needs to happen sooner rather than later to maintain viewer investment in the show's overall storylines. It seems like the writers just aren't sure if they want to make her a good girl or a villain. This character inconsistency has been particularly problematic for viewers who appreciate clear character motivations and coherent personality development. Portia has oscillated between sympathetic moments and questionable actions, creating a character that feels inconsistent rather than complex. While moral ambiguity can create compelling characters when handled skillfully, Portia's characterization has struck many viewers as confused rather than nuanced.